If you use salt when you cook, should be everybody, and live in New York City, then it may be worth a trip over to the Meadow in Soho. For those of you that are new here, which will be everybody for this series, this is part one of One Stock Shops, a series where I'm hoping to go to stores and restaurants in New York City that focus on doing one thing very well instead of doing many things kind of alright. Meadow in Soho is one of these shops. They are a boutique store that essentially just sells three things: chocolates, cocktail bitters, and salt. I, of course, went for the salt. Y'all can see from some of these pictures, they had hundreds of different salts. A whole wall of salts, really. As someone who cooks a lot, I hadn't really thought much of different salts or which salt to use beyond kosher salt and table salt and maybe finishing salt. And so seeing all the different varieties that were here at the Meadow was actually very cool to see how you could have so many varieties in something as simple as salt. I said, hey, if I want to get started on my own salt collection, what would you recommend? He said we all need these three salts that, of course, very conveniently come in a starter pack at the store. One is your everyday salt or your fleur de sel. Second is a sal gris or gray salt. This is a bigger, chunkier type of salt, usually cheaper, that is used for less precise things or less fancy applications like, say, salting pasta water. The third is a finishing salt like a flaky sea salt. So very cool that they let you sample the salts while you're there to kind of see which ones you like and which ones taste best. As you can see here, I was having a field day in there just kind of trying out different salts and seeing how they differed depending on their application and seeing which ones that I liked best. Maybe even more than the products, I really like visiting these types of stores because of the people who work there. They're always so passionate and knowledgeable about the products that they sell, and they're always very down and very open to helping out and answering any questions that you might have. Miguel, who was the store clerk when I went to go visit the Meadow, was just like this. Very cool guy, working there part-time while he is pursuing his acting career, and him and I got to talking about salts, and he himself said that he has, believe it or not, over 40 salts at home that he cycles through when he's cooking. I personally ended up picking up this pretty basic finishing sea salt, something that I could use for everyday applications, finishing meats, finishing vegetables, putting on like chocolate chip cookies after they're out the oven. Really a very all-purpose type of finishing sea salt, and I've actually found myself using it quite a bit. All in all, a very cool shop that I will definitely be going back to, if not to further expand my salt collection, but possibly to check out the chocolates that they have there. I think doing a deep dive on those could also be very cool.